Oh, damn. Damn, I know y'all heard that one.
Yeah. Oh, we heard both of them.
This actually showed him.
Oh, at least I didn't cuss.
There we go. Yes, sir.
You ending it? That's how you ending it? No last words? No?
Oh, yeah. Hey, don't come to this guy.
Oh, wow.
What did you keep hurting? Don't come to this guy. So if you trying to feel better, oh, you come see him, man.
Start from the bottom, gotta get up and go get it. Set it up, level up, sky's the limit. People need you, gotta go now. Making moves, we on the road now. Look at everything we've been through, where we came to. It's amazing. Look how we made it. 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 People need you, gotta go now. Making moves, we on the road now. Look at everything we've been through, where we came to. It's amazing. Look how we made it.
Hey, I'm Dr. James Alberty, co-owner of The Link, owner of Alberty Chiropractic down in Atlanta, Georgia. So welcome to my office. So what we're looking like today. Show that part, just relax for me. So how you feeling?
A little tight today.
A little tight today?
Yeah.
Hey, this is a private session, man. Get out of here, man.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Meet the Maker 216. I'm your host, the one you love the most, Webbs. And today I got my boy, James Alberty, on the show, man. He's a co-owner of The Link, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, glad to have you, bro.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's a long time coming. I ain't think it's gonna happen, but this is a busy dude, you know what I mean?
Hey, look, I was gonna make time for this, man.
Yeah,
I was gonna make time for this.
Yeah.
So
I kind of want to do like a little icebreaker with you.
Okay,
You know what I'm
all right.
saying? And let the people know like who I'm talking to.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So go ahead and give like a fun fact about yourself.
Oh man, a fun fact.
Yeah.
Man.
Like, how would you describe yourself to the person who don't know you, or if you was in the interview like you are right now?
Look, I'm just regardless of what people think, I'm just like I'm a big kid, you know. I'm a big kid at heart, you know, with all the responsibilities and everything that I have to do at the end of the day. I'm like a big kid at heart. I'm a country boy, a southern country boy in a sense.
Where you from?
I'm from Augusta, Georgia.
Okay.
You know, so I grew up playing in red clay. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I'm a big kid, man. I don't get the chance to do a lot of things I love to do because I'm busy. But hey, I'll play video games, and you know, I'm a big Marvel, you know what I'm saying, Marvel fan, and you know what I'm saying, I watch cartoons from time to time, you know what I'm saying, so like stuff that people really don't think that I do, but yeah, no, I like to have fun. Life is, and I even have fun when the camera's not rolling. Yeah, it's fun. I have fun in this office, you know what I'm saying, so yeah.
I can imagine, man. I can imagine.
Sometimes I can't, and sometimes I think one of the things about me is things that should be serious, I think it's hilarious. But I gotta do better.
It's all good, man. It's all good. You're a terrible human being. That's
I gotta do better,
man. So like, what's the favorite hobby of yours?
Favorite hobby? I'm a huge sports fan. You know what I'm saying? Grew up playing, you know, a ton of different sports, hooping, football. You know, gave up football now, but just even for fun. But I still play ball. I'm in the gym. I'm in the gym pretty much daily.
Okay.
But I've recently picked up golf. I've been playing golf for about 2 years now.
Yeah.
And I fall in love with the game.
For real?
Yeah, crazy thing is Augusta, Georgia is like the golf capital of the world.
Okay.
Never touched a golf club the entire time I lived there, but now it's like, I've fallen in love with the game, and I'm just constantly trying to get better. And it's a frustrating game. Yeah. Because you're not really using your it's really more so skill set than athleticism.
You right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have a great day, and then the next day you're like, man, I feel like I never touched a golf club before. Yeah. So, but I love the game. I love being outside. Yeah. You know, so yeah.
So like my brother-in-law, he's actually, shout out to Nate. So he's actually like a big golf guy. Like every summer, man, they be betting big money. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not there yet.
Right. I wish I was, but I'm like, bro, like take me on this golf trip with you, man. Yeah. So like I would go. I think we were the Top Golf, but bro, like I can't hit the ball straight for nothing. It always goes to my right. You know, I don't know why. Like, you know what I mean? But it's a game of skill, like you said.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
So when you come down and you're on that swing, you're turning the club. You're opening up the club face. Okay. So as the club face turns out, it's gonna send the ball out to the right like that. Okay. So yeah, that's why. Trust me, it's one of my biggest issues. I played on a narrow course. And I think I lost like 11 balls because of that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it gives you not a lot of room for error. You know what I'm saying, on those type of courses. So yeah, that's what helped me out a lot.
Dang, man.
Yeah. So
you ever try to go? You think you'll go pro?
Not at all. not at all. Yeah. But I'm definitely gonna continue to play. Yeah. So if you wonder why you can't get an appointment with me late in the evening during the summertime, because I'm trying to get out of here to get to the golf course by 6 o'clock. So that's.
I got you, man. I got you. So man, let's take a little turn real quick, man. So what influenced you to become a chiropractor?
I say chiropractic itself kind of found me. I feel like I was always wanting to be in the health field. I always wanted to be a doctor of some sort. And as I majored in biology at Fort Valley State University, shout out to my HBCU, you know, I was still trying to kind of figure it out, you know, and actually a recruiter came down after my exit exams. My scores were pretty high. Yeah. And he came down and was like, hey, we want to meet, you know, James Alberty, whatever, and hey, just come take a tour of the school and kind of see what you think. Yeah. And I was like, I'll take a tour of the school. I didn't think I wanted to go, but I was like, I'll take a tour of the school. It's a free trip, you know. And I went up there, and then I kind of really fell in love with the philosophy of everything and kind of what it was about. Yeah. And when I gave it a chance, and I actually got into the program, it was one of those things I was like, I'm actually really good at this. Like, this is coming very natural to me. And at that point, I was like, all right, this is where I'm supposed to be, you know? And then it was also at that point when I was like, I don't just want to do this. I want to be one of the best at this, you know? So, yeah. So, like, do you feel like you're living out your purpose right now? I do. And it's funny because I didn't feel that way for a while, honestly. I've been practicing for about 16 years now. And, you know, I was practicing, I was good at it, I was helping people, and, you know, but it was kind of maybe a few years ago when it just kind of went off like, this is actually exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And I think it just kind of happened with the high volume of patients that I started seeing and kind of seeing like, you know, the way that I was helping people and, you know, the impact that it was having, not just on their, you know, their health, but their overall livelihood and, you know, just changing lives. I was like, this is it. So like, did you feel it more as like, okay, like, despite the number of people that was coming in, was it more like something on the inside of you that felt like, man, this is what I need to be doing? Like, it's one of those things because I started to kind of like, and I was trying not to do it at first, but it's one of those things where like when people sit in front of me and we're talking for the first time and they kind of just telling me like, hey, because I have, you know, this issue or that issue, I have not been able to do this, you know, and the thing is, I've been that, you know, I'm relatable because I've been that person on both sides of the desk. Right. You see what I'm saying? I've also been that person on this side of the desk where I was talking to a doctor and, you know, they did bare minimum or they really didn't want to help me, and I just never wanted to be that type of doctor. So it was one of those things, so I started to wear a lot of what they had going on, you know what I'm saying, on my shoulders as well too. And well, I'm like, I really want to try to help this person. And I don't care if it's the first person, my first patient or my 100th patient, I still feel the same way. So, but I think I realized, you know, when a story aired a couple years ago about, you know, me having cancer in my hands and, you know, they wanted to amputate my hands. And I never really wanted to share that story, which is something that I said. And once that story broke, and I kind of saw so many people related to it, and how people kind of, viewed the story, it was one of those things where, I'm blessed and thankful that I have them to use. But as you know, on the day to day, I'm not thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? Until people start coming to me like, wow, it's really, the feedback I got from it, you know?
Yeah.
And it was at that point I was just like, I don't supposed to have these. And I am really using these to change lives. And that's when I was like, I know I'm living my purpose.
Yeah.
So that's when that bulb just kind of flipped on.
So you mentioned, the cancer in the hand. So like, I don't want to just skim over that. Like
Right.
if you're willing to talk about it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, could you share a little bit of it?
I was diagnosed with a rare cancer when I was 11 years old. It was called epithelial sarcoma. And actually, it started in my right hand. It was like a cyst, and I didn't know what it was, but every time if you touched it, it was just an immense amount of pain. And I was one of them boys where anything that happened, I just walk it off. You know what I'm saying? So I was taught to kind of just walk it off. You'll be all right. But it got to the point like I couldn't catch a football, I couldn't do anything. And so when I went to the doctor, they did a biopsy, and when it came back, he told me what it was. And at the time, I really didn't know the severity of it. But he only gave me one option. He was just like, hey, we can amputate the finger and the thumb, kind of move these 3 fingers over, or we can just amputate the whole hand. And what else you got? What's behind door number 3?
Yeah.
And there was no door number 3. There was no chemo. There was no medication. It was like, look, we can cut it, and that's it. And I asked him, I was just like, well, if you do that, what's the likelihood, how much, of me living? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, it might buy you another year, give or take. He was like, if you make it to 16, it'll be a miracle. And at that moment, he said, but as of right now, if you don't do anything, you have about 6 months left, give or take. And, I went home, and that was a big decision I had to make, or my parents had to make, but they really did take my input seriously. And I was like, if he can't guarantee that I'm going to make it, I just want to live out my life as normal as possible moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And, I think that's the first time I ever seen my dad shed a tear too. You know what I'm saying? So I knew when I see him cry, I was like,
so, man,
because he didn't cry. I never seen him cry before.
Yeah.
He was a tough guy. You know what I'm saying? Like Sunset Home Projects. He was that guy. And I seen him cry, I was like, okay, this must be serious for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I mean, that's a hell of an option, bro. I mean, you live, but your hands gone, and then you only got a few to live. But if you don't, you still, you know what I mean? Like, it's like damn if you don't, man. But hey, the Most High had something, for you, bro. And I'm glad I'm glad everything worked out for you, man. Your parents actually listened. But I think that's a problem with a lot of parents, for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we kind of don't listen to the kids, for real. Like, we kind of make the decision for them. But like, in your case, that really wasn't, situation, man. So I'm glad that worked out for you, for real.
Yeah, I was adamant about it. I was like, look, y'all gonna take me to this hospital kicking and screaming. You know what I'm saying? And, it was, it was just one of those, every day I went to sleep, I was just like, wake up tomorrow. Like, I did not want to go to sleep. That was, I was like, as long as I'm awake, I'm alive. You know what I'm saying? So, we here now.
Right.
We here now.
Dang, man, you done messed me up.
No, man.
Did I ask you this? Is there anyone in your field that you look up to for inspiration? I don't think I just asked. Okay, yeah. So
not just.
I heard the background say that. Yeah, we good. So is there anyone in the field that you look up to for inspiration or advice?
I will say, no, I don't. I will say that I do have a lot of amazing peers, though. I do have a lot of awesome chiropractors out there that, I don't ask them for advice or reach out, however, but I notice their work, and you know what I'm saying, and I think some of them that are real big fans of mine, and I'm a fan of some of theirs as well too. But it was a guy, Edwin Nessie, rest his soul. He just passed this past year. But I remember when I was in school though, and I was just starting my residency, and he was actually really good. He was actually probably one of the best ones at the school. And when I tell you, man, I went up to him one day and just kind of like, look, man, after class, anytime can I just follow you around? Can you like show me this? I just really wanted to be like, all right, this is what it said in the book. This is what it said in the class. But now I want to know how to do this in real life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I got a 500-pound patient or if I got a kid, I want to know what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but he really worked with me, like outside of classes and stuff. He didn't have to do that. He was old. He was older than me, but he really took that time out. Yeah. And even up until recently passed, I saw him like a year ago down at homecoming and seminars, and he still had that. I was adjusting him actually.
Oh,
and he was like, man, you done got good. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I taught James everything he knows. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, you know you good when your teacher can brag.
Yeah, he was like, man, I taught him everything he knows.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right,
I was like, you taught me a lot. Not everything I know, bro.
Right.
But other than that, you know, but yeah, I don't really ask him about that. I have some awesome peers though.
Yeah. So, I mean, that goes to my next question, honestly, man, because you the man in the land right now. for real, man. Like, I got hip to you while I was in Kuwait, when I was deployed.
Oh, that's good.
You know
That's
what I'm
dope.
saying?
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like, for some reason, you came across my page. I wasn't even following you at the time. And you came across, maybe somebody forwarded me to you or something like that. But yeah, I got hit. I said, man, because my back was hurting too. I said, man, I got to see him when I get back, man. So like, how would you describe like your typical day in the office?
Typical day in the office.
Yeah.
I get no me time in this office. I'm telling you, from the second I walk through this door, it's go time. I walk in.
Yeah.
By the time I get to my desk, my assistant is already on my heels. Like, listen, we got this going, You have this patient here. This patient is here already. This patient is doing this.
Yeah.
And this is probably need this done today. And I'm on my feet nonstop. It's what I do, and I'm a very physical. If you ever seen I'm a very physical, chiropractor in a sense. So it's like a workout from 9 in the morning to 6. You know what I'm saying? I'm just boom, boom, flipping bodies all day. Yeah. And but yeah, it's between that and then but also too, I have to remind them too. I'm co-owner of the business. And I have to do administrative stuff as well too. So between patients, when I do get a free moment, I'm responding to emails, phone calls, DMs, when I can, or just trying to eat a snack. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but I see anywhere on a day now between like 30 to 40 people in a day. 30 to 40. Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
I remember at one point when I first opened up, I was sitting here twiddling my thumbs, you know what I'm saying, waiting for a patient to walk through the door, and now I can't even take walk-ins. Yeah. So it's a blessing. It's 34, about 30 to 40. It's some days I've seen 50. Yeah. And it's I've seen like 50, but it got to the point now where I'm like, all right, I got a cap. I got to cap off, how many patients I see in a day, just so I can actually have time to eat lunch and go to the bathroom. Man, you know what I'm saying?
You know how much of a blessing that is to be able to say, all right, man, all right, it's too much. Let me, mas. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, this is a cap, man. To go from twirling your thumbs, just waiting, and now it's just too much, man. That's, you're the man.
Yeah,
you're the man. I swear, man.
They're like, can you get somebody in there? No, I can't take any. I can't take any same day patients. Yeah. So, but it's a blessing. I gotta, I would have never thought that I would have a waiting list. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, it's definitely a blessing. Yeah. So. Yeah.
So, what are some of the common problems and pains that you see, like on the regular? Or average, I should say, not regular, average.
On average, well, I'll say this. I want to first. The things that walk through this door is the problems that walk through this door is so broad. And as you've probably seen, maybe some of my videos, my youngest patient is 3 weeks old, and my oldest patient is 97. I got patients that weigh 15 pounds, and I have patients that weigh almost 600 pounds.
Now, I don't mean to cut you off. So, like 3 weeks old. So, is there, I don't know, does a parent, from their experience, like, oh man, chiropractors work good for me, let me bring my child in, or is it like a medical reason, or like?
Both. Okay. So some parents because I have a lot of pregnant women as well too. Okay. So as I am adjusting them to help make their pregnancy easier, help their, during the process, relieve pain, keep the hips aligned, help with the birthing process as well too. They're like, well, hey, I'm bringing my child almost as soon as it comes out of the womb. Yeah. So you can check them as well too. The birthing process in general is is a traumatic process for the child. Imagine you're cooped up in your house with your knees to your chest, for how many months? And excuse me. True. And when you're pulled out, whether they're using vacuums, forceps, whatever, you know, and you're pulling on the head. A lot of babies develop torticollis because of that. Where it's like one of the muscles here, it kind of shortens up. So they have a hard time with even the suckling reflex to try to get to the breast to breastfeed. Constipation is a big one. I have a technique that I use. I promise you this, 9 times out of 10, every patient that's coming, every baby that's coming with constipation, within 20 to 30 minutes, they're changing their diapers. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's thrown on the walls, everything.
Look, as soon as I adjusted a baby a few weeks ago, and I think I put it on my page, I adjusted a baby a few weeks ago, and as soon as she put them back in, like, what is it called, like the bassinet or whatever, the baby, you hear the baby, and so and she was like, oh, she's going now. I was like, yeah, let's take it to the bathroom.
Oh, man.
So
you
know, but it's awesome. But I do, so some of them do come in with actual like health issues, you know, due to birth, you know, and some come in just for just a general check, you know, and it might not even be an adjustment. It's just me, hey, let me just make sure that everything's in place, you know. So, and my technique is specific for pediatrics. So it's, you know, and that's some of the concerns people have. They think that, oh, you about to be cracking. No, it's if it's depending on the size baby, I might be using my pinkies. You know, instead of popping it back in place, I might find it and just kind of, you know, move it, genuinely move it, because the bones get soft. I can kind of genuinely move back. So, but babies, they're cool though. They're cool.
So, do you travel with your practice?
I do.
Okay.
I do. But real quick, I want to add on to one thing about some of the most common things I have in here. Sciatica is a big thing. Just common back pain, migraines. I get great results from migraine patients. I'll tell people this all the time. I have a lot of people in the beauty industry, you know, trying to maintain that certain posture while you're performing your daily activities, you know, whether you're a barber, hairdresser, esthetician, you know, you're on your feet all day, you know, they have a lot of pain. So I have a lot of that. Athletes, of course. I have a lot of athletes, and they range from top league to the NBA, NFL, MLB. You know what I'm saying? So, and I see athletes of all ages. So I kind of I have a very broad range. It's not really anybody that I don't see. So, but travel, yes. I started traveling my practice about a year or so ago. So this is The Link, as we know, and then I have another practice called Alberty Chiropractor. That is my travel practice. So I'll, you know, go to Columbus or Toledo. I've been in LA. I've kind of been quite a bit, you know, been around, and I've recently just opened up a place in Atlanta. So back in January, I opened up a place in Atlanta, and so now I travel to Atlanta every month now to see patients. So that's kind of like, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I put my hands on. I'm able to, you know, touch way more, make way more people. I'm able to help a lot more people. You know what I'm saying, with my hands. And Georgia's home for me. You know, I love Cleveland. I love the people of Cleveland. Cleveland has welcomed me as one of their own. They really have, man. Cleveland has really just embraced me in general for me not to be from here. But like I said, I'm born and raised in Georgia, so it's also been really good to kind of get back a little bit there and, you know, see my friends, my family, see my parents, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been cool.
You really don't hear that every day. Most people leave Cleveland to make it, but you came to Cleveland.
I hear that all the time, you know, I do. I hear that all the time, and a lot of my patients think that they see me in Atlanta now, they're like, oh, you finna leave us. I'm not leaving Cleveland, y'all. Y'all might have to share me a little bit, but I'm not leaving Cleveland, and I love y'all. I love y'all to death, for real. So no, I'm not leaving Cleveland.
That's history in itself right there.
So.
The one.
I'll be moving.
So like, as far as when you're in your practice, right, and you're working on somebody, and they hear that pop, you know what I'm saying, the reactions, you know. I know you done seen some genuine, and you probably got emotional on some of the reactions too, man. Like talk about that.
First I'm gonna say that some of the best reactions I've gotten, they never make the camera. I don't have the camera on. You know, and all of that I film, but you know, when I'm kind of in my bag and I'm just going, I really don't want to stop and start filming. Most of the time the patients wants to, but when I'm in my bag, I'm in a zone. It's like, let's go, you know, and then I'll have this insane reaction. I'm like, damn, I wish the camera was on, you know.
Yeah.
I keep Kleenex on my desk. I have a lot of happy tears in here.
Oh, for real?
It's a lot of crying in this room.
Yeah.
Luckily,
yeah.
luckily none of it's been because of pain. But
Right.
And so some of that, I'm not gonna lie, I've had quite a few patients in here, and you know, their reaction when they got off that table, some things they've been dealing with for so many years.
Yeah.
The cries, the emotion, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, it'll tug at your heartstrings. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of like, wow.
I can only imagine.
Wow. Yeah. So and some are funny. It's a lot of cursing on that table too, man. It's like cursing and crying, man. And everything in between. I get it.
Oh man, hey, I remember when you did me.
Yeah,
man. Listen. With my shoulder. Oh, I didn't want to cry, but the pain I felt, like it was that pop was always like, oh shit, like you know what I mean. But and it's like, oh man, where'd the pain go? You know,
you got on the table, kind of like, hey, you know, your shoulder feel different.
Yeah. It's like one thing that amazes me though, bro. Like I was looking at your page and I saw that you got a couple of dogs on there that you had, you was doing your practice with, cracking their bones and everything. But like, was that hard to get into?
It was really hard to get into. I mean, once you know the technique and your general anatomy, it really, transitions. It's really it's very similar. And not to mention too, other than the thing is like, if you notice, say, just a dog or something like that, and you don't necessarily always hear like that popping sound, it's because like we're humans, we're weight bearing individuals. Okay. So it's gonna be a little different. They aren't as much so, but it's cool unless they bite.
Yeah,
I'm not. I had one almost get my finger the other day though. It was
for real.
I got him in.
Yeah. Like, is there you do like the little pugs or like you big dogs too?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So man, bro, I ain't fooling no big dog now. Unless they got a muzzle on. You know what I mean?
I will say sometimes, if they bite, throw a muzzle on. You know what I'm saying? So I need these hands. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I need these hands. So yeah.
So. Like, let's talk about future plans, man. Like, what do you see in the future with your business?
Of course, I see the link continuing to grow. Hopefully, it can be kind of a pillar in the Cleveland community. As far as like, not just chiropractic, because we do have other things here as well too. Like we have medical doctors here, we have physical therapy here, massage therapy, occupational therapy. It's kind of a one-stop shop anyway. And I like to see more links in Cleveland. That's one thing I love to do, because hopefully you see that name and just know that, hey, they're gonna give not just quality care, but they actually genuinely care about the people. And that's kind of what I base everything I do around when it comes to healthcare, is just genuinely caring. Nothing about anything that I put my hands on. I want to be more. I don't want to be a machine, and I never want a patient to feel like they're a number. You know what I'm saying? Also too. Looking at opening up, working on some stuff like some wellness stuff, in Cleveland. So stay tuned for that. And I just opened up Alberty Chiropractic in Atlanta in January, and I'm in the process of moving to another location possibly. So I'm looking forward to growing Alberty Chiropractic in Atlanta and letting that become something bigger. And working on a TV show right now. It should be me and DJ Ryan Wolf. We're working on a show right now. I think it's gonna be fun. Even just the whole look. It's gonna be some good some serious stuff in there, but it's gonna be a lot of laughs and just an overall good time. And I'm excited for that show.
Man, I'm looking forward to see that. I'm looking forward to see that, man.
Got my hands in a few things.
You know what I'm saying? Let me know.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna talk.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you want to let the people know before you get to? Hey, my back hurt. You know what I mean?
Say, look, they say the interview cool, but look, I need for you to get this back together, right?
Right.
No, just overall in general, man. Just if nobody gets what if nobody walks away with anything, I just want people to know that, like I said, A, I love what I do. B, like I said, I've been on the other side of this desk where the person where I'm sitting, flat out, just, they didn't seem to care. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to let people know, no, I not only care, but it's almost like a personal mission to really help people, live optimal lives. And if I can do that in everything I'm doing, listen, regardless of money or not, I sleep well.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Man, I appreciate you, bro. And it's cool. We want to take a tour.
Yeah,
take a tour of the facility.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, like I said, man, I appreciate you. You know, for even taking the time out because I know you're a busy man. For
Yeah,
real,
no,
you know
no
what I'm saying?
problem at
To
all.
do this interview and let the people know who you really are. You know,
Yeah,
what I mean,
no.
you're a stand-up guy, bro.
I appreciate
You know what I mean? Oh yeah. So I'm go ahead and get it going.
I mean,
Get this boy cracking. You hear me?
Move this ball. Slide out. There we go.
Oh, damn! Damn, I know y'all heard that one.
Oh, we heard both of them. Heard both of them.
All right, so just relax for me. I'm gonna kind of push down here just a little bit. Just right. Oh yeah. You felt all of that, didn't you? Just relax. I promise you're not gonna touch it, alright? Good. Oh, here we go. Just relax for me, okay? Just relax your shoulder.
Oh.
Relax your shoulder.
At least I didn't cut.
Just lay straight as you can. There you go. There we go.
That was good though. He felt all of that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're good at all.
You ending there. That's how you ending it. No last words. No.
Oh yeah. Hey, don't come to this guy.
Oh wow.
You want to keep hurting? Don't come to this guy. If you're trying to feel better, oh yeah, come see him, man. Come